Hey there, you filthy animals. Mr. Dirty back with another episode of GTM Show, and today we're going to be checking out some canned goods. Now, a while back, I saw on, I think it was a YouTube show, Cult Moo, they had gotten their hands on a can of the Heinz Macaroni and Cheese from the UK. And we had a can of this in our studio also, and I think this is the exact same can, but it's still good till November 2014, so we're all safe. It's still good. No one's going to die from this at all. And if I remember, they liked this a lot. I think they had mentioned that they'd never seen macaroni and cheese in a can before. You know, different regions of the U.S., they don't have things. But here, we're graced with the Chef Boyardee mac and cheese in a can. And from what I remember, this was some pretty janky stuff. And I'm hoping that this, maybe because it's made overseas with different ingredients, that maybe it might be a little better. Who knows? We're going to find out today. We're going to whip both of these up and see which one's better, or see if it's just the same shit. This one says creamy flavor right on the can, and there's a good old photograph of the chef. Take a peek at that. There's that guy. We've been staring at the cartoon version of this guy for years. Good stuff inside. No MSG. And I assume that this is the same thing, but they're not going to go bragging about it because they probably don't put MSG in anything over there. There it says, Heinz macaroni and cheese tastes so deliciously flavorsome because it is made with creamy cheddar cheese. Alright, this one just talks about pasta and sauce. Doesn't really say anything about the cheese that they're using here. This one says pasta in our delicious cheese sauce. The Chef Boyardee just says pasta in cheese sauce. So they're not even claiming that theirs is delicious, but the Heinz thinks theirs is. Let's go ahead and we're going to whip up the Chef Boyardee first because we're used to seeing that, and we'll just get that right out. Alright, this one you notice you actually have to use a can opener to open. So I'm going to get to cracking on this, be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I've got it, I microwaved it for 1 minute and 30 seconds, and there you go. There's your heated up bowl of macaroni and cheese. It is burning the living shit out of my fingers right now. I'm going to put this down. And alright, so this is the Chef Boyardee. Going to give this a whack first, see what we got going on before we move along to the Heinz macaroni and cheese, sent to us from the UK. Alright, it is extremely creamy. Alright, I'll give it that. But even as I'm moving the noodles around, it's kind of giving like a slimy, squirty kind of sound going on. Makes me think of the pouch cheese that comes with Velveeta shells. There we go. Extremely bland. Not very cheesy in flavor, and it seems like it just has that overall taste of Chef Boyardee. Doesn't matter what you get. It could be this, it could be beefaroni, raviolis, their spaghetti, all that stuff. All their pasta has that same kind of flavor. I don't know if it's the flavoring that the can is giving it from shelf life. I don't know how fast this stuff moves. But yeah, this tastes, even though it's cheese and not red sauce, this tastes like they're raviolis. But it is nice and thick and creamy. Their sauce isn't soupy. I have to give them credit for that. But overall, I don't think I would ever buy this again. Alright, let's set that aside and focus on the Heinz macaroni and cheese. So there you go, take a look at that. Once again, this one shows a picture of some macaronis laying around, some bricks of cheese. What did this one have on it? Just a spoon with a bunch of miniature cheese floating around the spoon. Maybe those are miniature cheeses for those rats that eat tiny burritos. Not sure. Alright, I'm going to go heat this up. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. I've got the Heinz macaroni and cheese from their can, and right off the bat, huge differences. As soon as I opened this up, which was a pop top, a pullback, instead of having to cut it open with some kind of utensil, they already set this one up. You just pull a handle and crank it open. And as soon as I opened it up, I noticed it was white. Everything inside, this one was yellow, this one was white. And the instructions were different. This one you're supposed to microwave it for 1 minute and 30 seconds. This one 1 minute and 30 seconds, take it out, stir it, put it back in for another minute, then take it out, stir it, and eat it. And this one was way creamier sauce. As we see over here on this side, it's very soupy. And let me just show you real quick. Okay, we got very yellow looking. And then this one, you know, two completely different colors going on here. Alright, I've already stirred this up a little bit, and the sauce does thicken as it stands, but this one was already thick coming right out. Like a pasta cheddar soup or something, I don't know. Let me scoop a little bit out here. Yeah, see how it's just dripping? Very soupy, very wet-like. Not quite sure. Not really the creamy that they said on the can, but it's all in the flavor, right guys? Yeah. Alright, here we go. And there you have it. Yes, it is all in the flavor. This one, even though it's soupier, I'm sure it's going to thicken up as it stands. It did cook for a lot longer. So this cheese sauce did break down a bit, and now it has to kind of pull itself back together again. But flavor-wise, this doesn't have that Chef Boyardee taste that is riddled throughout all of their products, no matter what flavor or what type of sauce it is. This really does have a nice cheddar, a white cheddar taste to it. I'm really surprised with this too, because when I first cracked open the can, it smelled a little clam chowdery. And the fact that it was white instead of yellow kind of had me thinking that maybe this was going to be like macaroni and cheese chowder. But no, it's not. This is definitely cheese. Once you cook it, it's definitely cheese. Don't worry about it tasting fishy or anything like that. And even the pasta seems to be a bit on the upside there. Yeah. A really nice mild white cheddar. And I'm sure salt and pepper would kick both of these up a bit, but I don't think it's going to override that aluminum can or whatever the pasta taste is that's going on with the Chef Boyardee. It's probably a ton of preservatives is what that is that you taste in their products. Whereas this here, pretty sure it's mostly all natural stuff. I don't know if you can get your hands on this. Definitely give this a try. For sure, I'm sure as this thickens up, it's going to be closer to like a Stouffer's frozen macaroni and cheese. And this really comes off like survivalist in the end. At the end of the day, this is like survival food. So, just being that, I'm going to give this a 2. And this here, I'm going to give this a solid 4. This is really good for canned macaroni and cheese. Definitely get this, cook it up, maybe add a little salt and pepper, whatnot, a little seasoning to it. Yeah, enjoy. Alright, so until next time, leave us a comment. What do you like? What's your favorite macaroni and cheese? Just follow us on Twitter, @TheRealMrDirty. And as always, get the hell out of here and go have a rotten day.